dossier. Was it you that
Kash
were able to
Patel
find out
confirmation
that
here in
Steele
this
dossier
live.
was a bunch of crap?
Yes, Senator,
President
the
Trump
money
picks Kash Patel.
exposed the fraud that was.
And,
Is he
and-
the right pick?
And the primary
What are your
subsource
thoughts?
was
Let me hear
Igor
from you.
Danchenko,
Is he the right pick?
And
Is
he
he
was
our guy?
actually a Russian analyst.
That's right.
Are you aware that in January he told the FBI that, let's see, what did he tell the FBI? Steele had no proof to support the statements, that it was just talk. The primary subsource explained to the FBI that his information came from word of mouth and hearsay,
just for a little minute. We just want
conversations
to
he
see
had with friends over beers, and some of the
Kash
information were
Patel
statements
confirmation
he
here.
he heard made in jest. And he told the FBI this in January
That's
of
right.
2017. And they got 2 more warrants after that.
That's correct.
Are you aware that the FBI had volumes of information that the Steele dossier was a bunch of bullshit and nobody ever told anybody at the top?
Wow.
Yes, sir, we exposed.
Or they lied about being told.
Wow. They're getting
So
active
are
in
you
this
aware
meeting.
of the fact that the FISA court rebuked the FBI?
Mr.
Are
Graham's
you aware
getting
of the
active.
fact that an FBI lawyer went to jail because he misled the court by manipulating an email from the CIA?
I am.
Do you believe that Crossfire Hurricane was one of the most disgusting episodes in FBI history of a
What
corrupt
do y'all think?
investigation led by corrupt people who wanted to take Donald Trump down?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that's why you're in this chair today, to fix that?
I think that's
I'm
what we-
listening
Without
to
Crossfire
Kash
Hurricane,
Patel
this guy wouldn't be here.
confirmation here.
And my friends on the other side, like pulling teeth,
They're getting active.
Horowitz investigation,
Mr. Graham's cursing. He's getting
the
active.
Inspector General, labeled this
What do y'all think? Do y'all think Kash Patel's the correct pick for
fraudulent at its core,
the new FBI director?
mismanaged
Is that the right
at its
choice?
core,
What do you guys think?
running stop signs. At every turn, they went forward
wanna
when
hear
they should have
from,
stopped.
Uh,
The Durham report
Trump
said it was
supporters out
obviously
there.
politically motivated.
if on the opposite side
agents
as
were
well.
telling anybody and everybody that would listen, this is not reliable, this is not trustworthy, but they plowed on. And because of you and Trey Gowdy and others, we now know about this. Everybody who signed the warrant,
So we
under
have
questioning by me, said if they knew then what they know now, they would have signed the warrant.
Kash Patel
Comey
is
said
the
that. Yates said that.
getting his
Rosenstein
confirmations.
said that. The reason you're here is because most of the public, almost every Republican believes
This is Mr. Graham
the
talking.
FBI has been used continuously in a political fashion, ignoring evidence, making up evidence, lying to get Donald Trump. And when it came to the Hunter Biden laptop, they told every social media outlet in October 2020, oh, that's Russian disinformation.
What do y'all think about this?
That
Let me.
was
What are
BS
your
too.
thoughts on this election?
Right before
Is this the right
election,
selection
the
or not?
FBI
What are your thoughts?
intervened
I want to hear from you.
to shut
I'm ready to
reporting
talk.
on the Hunter laptop down as being Russian misinformation, according to Zuckerberg. Do you promise all of us those days are over at the FBI?
Yes, Senator, they are.
Are you proud of what you did to find all that?
Absolutely.
I think that's why you're here today, is to make sure that never happens again.
The American people deserve just that.
So Mr. Patel is has
Thank
his
you very much,
confirmation
Mr.
here
Chairman.
live
Mr.
today,
Patel, welcome. It's great to
and
see
with
you
this
again. I
confirmation
enjoyed our
live here
conversation
today. Of course, you know
in my
they're
office
going
a
to.
while back.
He's going to get grilled.
Let me
and
ask you
drilled.
this. Is it appropriate for the Federal Bureau of Investigation to attempt to recruit spies or informants into religious institutions in this country, particularly Catholic parishes? Is that appropriate?
I don't believe so, Senator.
Mr. Patel, are you familiar with the recent actions of the FBI in this regard, including this memo that I have right here?
Desmond, absolutely.
Making a list
Always
of
stay
Catholic
positive,
churches
when
and
you're raised. You're
parishes
right.
that they regard as potentially
Right.
suspect and
That's right.
directing the potential
Never think you're
recruitment
not good
of
enough.
informants
Because
and
you
other
are.
spies, let's be honest,
Absolutely.
into those parishes.
I'm familiar with that memo, Senator.
Mr. Patel, would you commit to me that you will, if you are confirmed, that you will finally and officially withdraw this memo and make it clear that this is not only unacceptable, but that it is an absolute violation of the First Amendment that every American enjoys under the Constitution of the United States.
If I'm confirmed, Senator, yes.
Will you also
Appreciate
commit
that,
to
Simply
me
Lou.
that you will conduct an investigation and find out who wrote this memo, who spread this memo, the field offices involved in this memo, because I can tell you, we've had
They're
your
not giving them an
predecessor sit
opportunity
right
to
where
answer a
you're sitting,
question. They're
and he
drilling
has
one question after another.
repeatedly
I couldn't
lied
do it.
to, there's no other word for it, lied to this committee. He told us initially that it didn't happen, that the FBI didn't make any lists of churches. That's not true. We
couldn't do
haven't.
it.
A whistleblower brought forward the list for us. He said then that only one field office had worked on it. Turns out we know from another whistleblower, multiple field offices worked on it. He said that it was never
I
posted on the
would give
internal
up
system.
from the
It turns out
hearing
it was.
and
We
be
believe it's
out.
still in
It's
effect.
like, man,
Will
I
you
don't have
find
to
out
put up
who
with
was
this shit. I don't
involved
have to
in
hear
this
this.
gross abuse of Americans' First Amendment rights? And will you discipline them? And if you possibly can, will you fire them, Mr. Patel, consistent with department policy and law?
Senator, you have my commitment.
So what do y'all think? Do y'all think
Any
this is the
matters
right guy for the job?
that are important to Congress,
Kash
I will
Patel?
Utilize, if confirmed, the investigative powers of the FBI to give you the information you require, and also to hold those accountable who violated the sacred trust.
He's pretty
I'm glad to hear you say that, and I'm glad you used the word
he's pretty
sacred trust,
mild-mannered,
because that's
mannered
exactly
and
what it
relaxed.
is. The FBI is the most powerful law enforcement body in this nation, arguably the most powerful law enforcement body, at least in a free nation in the world. And to have this body corrupted politically, such that it is targeting
It is
people
too
of
soon
faith
to
in this
evaluate.
country and then lying about it to this committee and the American people is unimaginable. I'll be honest with you, I never thought this would happen in the United
But
States of
we
America.
need to get them
I
in
just didn't.
place.
If you had told me 5 years ago,
I want to know,
we'd be
do we
reading
have a,
memos like
do we
this, I
have
would
a,
have said,
is there
no
an
way. No way,
FAA
that's bad
director
fiction.
in place
In
right
fact,
now?
it's a horrible reality.
I know we
The
had one
department
to
needs be
resign
cleaned up. The
right
agency does,
before
and a rights restored and protected. I'm glad you
President
say that.
Trump
Let me
took
ask
office.
you this.
Is there an
Do you think it is
acting or an
appropriate for the
official
FBI
FAA director
to be
in
sending
office
agents,
now?
including counterterrorism agents,
Can anyone answer
to the
that question?
parents of children who went to school board meetings and asked about critical race theory in their schools, asked about the school's masking policy during COVID? Should those parents be treated as domestic terrorists?
Parents who have the courage to ensure their children are taught what they feel is right, and those who have the courage of their convictions to go houses of worship, in my book, will never be domestic terrorists.
I'm delighted to hear you say that. You're familiar, I am sure, with this memorandum issued by the Attorney General,
Yeah.
the last Attorney General.
I'm pretty
Merrick
sure he had
Garland,
someone in mind.
directing the
But
FBI
He damn
and
sure
other
got to
law
get the right
enforcement
person in
other
mind.
law
Then
enforcement
we had that,
agencies to
that
look
tragic,
into
horrific
parents who went to
accident
these school board
a few days
meetings, and
ago.
we know from whistleblowers who come forward to this committee and given us the evidence that in fact the FBI opened multiple cases against multiple parents across the nation, I believe including in my home state of Missouri, another gross abuse, incredible political power brought to bear against everyday citizens. Why? Because they went to a school board
The major
meeting
problem
that
in the
they're-
world
that they're
today?
paying for and asked about what their kids were being taught.
I think the major problem
Once
in the
again,
world
I
today
can't
has to do with
imagine, I
us,
couldn't have ever
people.
thought this would happen in the
You know?
United States of America. Will you,
You know?
find out who
We get
was
so wrapped
involved
up in
this policy within
people,
the FBI,
political views,
who
and
agreed with it, who implemented it, who encouraged it.
you know,
Will
we
you
get so
find
wrapped up in
out
people,
that,
political
Mr.
views,
Patel?
and
Will you
because
do an
you know
internal
they
investigation? And will you make
voted
clear
for Trump
that those
or
who supported this
supported,
policy are
you know,
appropriately
Kamala.
disciplined? And will you make clear that the
You
FBI
know,
will
people
never
don't like
do something like
the
this again?
opposing
If
sides,
confirmed and pursuant to
and you know, I
certain
think it's,
requests, absolutely, Senator.
you know,
Thank you.
I think it's
Let me
not
ask you this. Do
healthy.
you
I think it's dumb
appropriate for the
to
FBI
not like
to
somebody
target
because of their,
people of faith,
you know, political
particularly those
choice.
who hold pro-life convictions? Do you think it is appropriate for
So
the FBI
I think the
to single
problem
out and
starts
target
with us as the
of faith
people.
in order
You know,
to
we shouldn't
discourage
let,
the exercise of their First Amendment?
you know, our
They can
political
never be a target
views
of my law enforcement, just based on their people.
cause a division.
And yet, under this
You
last
know, it's that old
administration,
saying, we can agree to disagree,
the
but you still
FBI
have to
and
be able
DOJ
to,
together brought numerous prosecutions
you know, really
under the
associate
FACE
with each
Act
other.
for nonviolent protests. President Trump has recently pardoned
Well,
some of
you
these
know,
folks, but it
political
also
choice
includes
or, you know,
individuals
selection.
like Mark Howe from
It's a choice, you know,
Philadelphia
either
region
you're
from Pennsylvania,
choosing a side. You're
who
either
an
choosing,
FBI, had an FBI
you know,
SWAT
Trump or you're
team arrive
choosing
at his
whomever.
door in the early hours of the morning, armed, of course, terrorizing him and his children.
Politics,
took him
religion,
into custody.
money.
They
We need to
charged
have
him with
those
FACE
talks
Act
and someone
violation.
to
Why?
come to the
Because he
table and
took
deal with our
his young
differences.
son to a peaceful demonstration outside an abortion clinic. When
Well,
his
if
young
you
son
came
was
to the
shoved to
table
ground, he defended him.
and everybody
Mark Howe
did
was
have a
acquitted
difference,
by a
or
jury, acquitted.
as we know,
Nevertheless,
everybody's going to have
the
a difference.
FBI use
tell
their full
me
resources, including a SWAT team, to try and
you're not going to
terrorize
be able to
him.
please
Meanwhile,
everybody, right?
how many
So,
churches that were firebombed or pregnancy care centers that were firebombed, how many of them were protected by the last administration?
yeah, what were your
Just
political
about
views
zero.
may cause
It is an
harm? There's nothing we
unbelievable
can do
instance of
together.
targeting. Mr.
As
Patel,
long
will
as there
you
are two
end
people
this
on earth,
targeting
there,
if you get to
right,
the
it's going to be a
FBI? You are
conflict, you're right.
will you end it? And will you make clear to all agency personnel that there can be no targeting on the basis of religious
Yes,
belief?
I
This will
agree. We need
never
to talk
happen
more and
again
argue
in the
less.
United States of America.
Nobody's
Please
ever
don't.
right in politics, is right.
Senator, if confirmed, and it speaks to an issue we were talking about earlier, there will be no such targeting if I'm confirmed as FBI director.
Well,
And the
simply,
resources
well,
of the FBI,
you're
which
right.
are funded
If you
by the
avoid the
American
topics,
taxpayer
you're going to be the
dollars,
more
the
divided we
evidence
will.
that you
But
and I have been talking
people
about,
can't sit down
two
and have
people have
sensible
died from fentanyl
conversations.
overdoses. One
And
person
when they
was
sit down and try to have those sensible
Resources
conversations, it's a matter
of the
of,
FBI will go to that mission set, and
you
that
know, no
mission
one's
set alone
listening.
is
Everybody's
American
talking over
research
each
better
other
than the justice
because
and
I
opportunity.
believe this is right or somebody else believes this is right. So you're right. You know, can we get a forum like that where we can get in there and we can talk, hey, this is why I voted for Trump, or this is why I did not vote for Trump. This is why I think the way I think. You know, people have their own reasons why they voted for Trump. And some maybe because, you know, Biden just fell off. You know, he fell off at the last, at least the last year, definitely the last 6 months. And, you know, he wasn't there. And, you know, and people probably felt that Kamala was there and they knew about it. And it's like, hey, we're going to get more of the same. So is that valid? There's a reason why they don't want us to talk about it, about these topics. The Revolutionary War started at dinner time when the families came together and talked, and neighbors came together and talked. Yeah, you know, it's a lot of microwave meals and things that goes on now. You don't get a lot of family talks and dinner talks anymore. I think that was kind of things of the past, but I think, you know, us as adults, we can definitely all come together and have good, productive conversations amongst each other. You know, I just think that from time to time, you know, some people have other agendas and have really hidden agendas out there, and you know, they're just kind of out there just to, you know, spew their narrative or whatever that may be, whether it's negativity or what have you. Um, you know, I just think we should, you know, we got somebody in office, and you know, he's always. You know, even like for yesterday when they had the press briefing yesterday, you know, that press briefing yesterday, that was a time to really give condolences to the families, tell, you know, hey, really, it's a really horrific event that happened. We're investigating. I don't think it was time to go down the DEI rabbit hole. You know, I don't think that was a time to say, hey, you know, ask the individuals who was asking questions. Um, you know, do you want me to go swimming? I just think it was a time to really show some grace and really be presidential. And really, you know, the president can use that time to bring us together as you know, can bring us together as a country. You know, you know, you have a division out there. It's a division. You know, you got Republicans, you got Democrats, you got people who like them, people who don't like them. And, you know, I just think it's a time where he can be presidential and he can bring people together. Um, you know, I like some things that he does. I like his transparency. I like him being in office because, you know, a lot of people, they're not going to fuck with us, you know, in those other countries because they're scared of him. He's kind of got some craziness to him. I like that piece about him. But, you know, it's also some things that I don't like about him, you know. You know, he just cannot resist. You know, he just cannot resist the fact of going down. You know, you know, you just can't. Why were we talking about DEI yesterday? That was just not the time to do it. That's just my preference. So let me see. I missed some comments here. Let me go down. I'm gonna try to catch them all. Yeah. Political views cause them. There's nothing we can do together. As long as two people on earth, there will be conflict. Okay, I believe that. Okay, here. People have to understand that they will never ever see eye to eye. But I hope and pray over people understand all politicians are evil. They're there for their own reasons. Yeah, all politicians, they definitely have a reason to be in there. You know, they have the different lobbyists that's donating money to them. So, you know, they got to make sure that they're looking out for the people that's giving them money. It's all a game. They just got to learn how to play in it. We sat together in service. Omega Max, who was that? Don't give up these people for the people. Don't give it to these people for the people, by the people, white or black. We all bleed the same. Yeah, definitely. We all bleed the same. I agree with that. There among our conversation, there's no private talk. If a community comes together, they will put in a plan to disassemble it before it becomes a movement. Speak your truth.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
The day we put our differences aside, white and black, all colors, America unite, we are forced to be reckoned with. I agree. Yes, yes.
Their mission, fidelity, bravery, integrity. I believe they deserve
Control. You have more cameras pointed at you than me, than pointed out to space. We all bleed green. I'm forced to get my living in the labor by hand. Okay, so look, guys. So my again, that's just you know, my belief, my truth. You know, I don't believe in, you know, down on the individual. I just always believe in trying to find the good in everything. You know, January 6th, when it happened years ago, was shit that have happened? No, that should not have happened. You know, the pardoning of all of those individuals who was part of that, that you know, you know, kind of who was backing him. So, you know, I believe that had a lot to do with a lot of lobbyists and people providing, you know, some campaign funds who were out there and said, hey, you know, if I get back in office, we are going to um, definitely get you guys pardoned. Now, see, I'm in Tennessee. I'm right outside of Nashville, Tennessee. So we get to hear all and see all of the things in Nashville and Kentucky. Um, my son goes to college in Kentucky, and he sent me this little flyer that went out, and it came out from the Ku Klux Klan that was in Kentucky, and they were having a meeting of people who were interested, and that was just crazy. So, you know, I, I just, this is crazy. I think they're coming more out. You know, you have the KKK, Proud Boys, all of those individuals. I think these are individuals that were really backing him from a financial standpoint. Um, you know, does he really, really, really care about these guys and these groups? No. But it's an additional set of people in the population that he can get to vote for him to get into office, and he played the game. So he definitely played the game. Dante, I work with my mind. You can labor with your hands. I'm going fishing. Okay. So let's listen more here. What question are they asking him?
I don't have it in front of me again, Senator.
Mr. Patel, the FBI tackles some of the most complex threats that we face: terrorists, hostile foreign powers, violent gangs, fentanyl, criminal organizations. Your mission, though, has been to go after people.
They're drilling them.
I've read this stuff. Yes or no? When Trump wins, did you say this? When Trump wins in 2024 and is in power in 2025,
they're drilling them.
He can prosecute them, referring to Justice Department officials for an actual RICO statute violation.
So,
for criminally organizing the United States
tell me, what do you
government
guys think about the accident that happened a couple of days ago? Do you think it was an accident? Do you think it was an attack on U.S. soil from terrorists? What do y'all think? Do you think we had incompetent people that were that was in place? You know, whether it was the person that was flying the Black Hawk or the individual who was in control of the air traffic control that day. I know we haven't had things to come all the way out, but as we get into doing the investigations, things will come out. Tell me, what do you guys think? think it was the helicopter's fault. Yeah. Yeah, I think the Black Hawk. I definitely think the Black Hawk was at fault. You know, how can you, if you're Black Hawk and you're flying that helicopter, I know he had some trainees in there, but it was also a captain aboard. You know, you're trained to get out of that, you know, because Black Hawks, what they do, those Black Hawk helicopters, they're doing missions, whether it's evacuation missions or, you know, medical missions or whatever, you know, they're doing that. Those helicopters are built for missions, period. Guys, I jump on periodically to just kind of really, you know, talk. You know, this is I like people coming in, maybe using this platform and using it for a space where we can talk and, you know, really just kind of come in and, you know, narrate, you know, the comments that we have here. You know, I'm all about trying to bring people together, you know, whether you're, you know, you like Trump or you like, you know, you're on the other side of the aisle, what have you. Like, I just want to be able to create a platform where we can all come together and talk and understand people's why. You know, do it in a
Again, I don't know what
very
comment was included, but I'm sure you're reading.
civilized manner.
Said it on Pushback on a podcast. Is it true though?
Oh, you think it's foul play?
2020, you reached out to the Trump
Being short staffed could have led up to the crash. We'll never know. Yeah. Well, I think it was an accident, and I'm going to tell you why I think it was definitely an accident. And it wasn't foul play. If it was well, I'll tell you why I think it's an accident and it's not an attack on U.S. soil. If it was an attack on U.S. soil, the current leadership that we have in place, meaning President Trump right now, he would not have sat on that. He would have came all out and said, this is who attacked us. We know who it was. We're going after them. And this is going to get taken care of today. We're going in. He probably would have already had somebody, had you know, sent some troops and sent somebody out somewhere and dropped it exactly in the country where, you know, he thought, or they have reason to believe that, you know, the U.S. soil was attacked from a terrorist attack. So I definitely believe that it was an accident. I don't believe that it was an attack on U.S. soil, just because, you know, our president, President Trump, that's one thing about him. If somebody come in and they do something to us, he gonna go hit back, and he gonna hit back harder. So he got some craziness to him. You think he would want to tell the public due to the nationwide panic? Oh, no, I don't think. I think if we had a president who wasn't a little aloof, you know, he got a little hinge to him where you know, he's. I just think that no, if it was somebody that he definitely knew that it was an attack on the U.S. soil from, you know, terrorists, we're going to get him. I think he's going to get him. I don't think it nationwide panic. I don't think it'd be. He's gonna let everybody know. Look, this is what happened. We know who did it. We going after him, and this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna hear something about it here in the next day or so. He probably had been sending guys out immediately. So you think he would not tell the panic? But you know, that's fair. That's fair. I like that. That's great. I like hearing that side. That's a good opinion. Military trainers, day after day after day, something like this is not likely to happen. Usually when they say training accident, it means intentional. Really? Explain. So, trainers, day after day after day, something like this.
Simply this. Domestic attacks on me are gonna be false accusations.
So, well, maybe that helicopter was put in place to
Credibility of the men and women
hit that plane?
I stood with them here in this
To
country, in every theater of war.
save more lives, maybe. So, because you know, we know the last plane that was used as a weapon of mass destruction, it went into, you know, some buildings in New York City. But I think that plane was close to landing. So
endorsed by over 300,000 law enforcement officers become the
See,
next
you only said that
director
because of
the FBI?
9.
Let's ask them.
Mr. Chairman, I
Okay.
am quoting his
9/11,
own
okay.
words from
Yeah.
September of 2024. It is his own words. It is
No, I
not
get that. I get that.
conspiracy. It is what Mr. Patel actually.
Yeah, 9/11 was panic, so we actually, it was definitely panic. We need to start writing a book just on this chat alone. Okay.
Mr. Patel,
Something's very strange. What's strange?
Senator Durbin asked you about the January 6th fire of inmates.
No tier is too low
Sunday
value.
Road, and here's what he
Yeah.
said. I did not have anything.
Yeah,
to do
I don't
with
think it was. I don't think it was an attack on our soil. I just think it was a freak accident.
Senator would have said what?
It's unfortunate. I think we had the U.S. skating team on there. You had some other individuals on there. I know we had it was a young lady on there that was starting a new chapter in her life. She was going to be a professor of law at Howard University, and she was going on her way from Kansas. I think she was a Miss Kansas pageant participant, and she was actually on her way to DC to start her journey in being a professor at law. So it's a lot of people on there. I'm pretty sure, as we get deeper and deeper into the investigations and more people start revealing, their loved ones, we'll start finding out those individual stories about everybody.
So when you said we, you didn't really mean you.
He said, seems like a fluke.
Not unless you have a new definition for the word.
Well, those helicopters survive combat, big can fly straight. But yeah.
But maybe not. Well, you also said this, Mr.
Yeah, but those,
We're able to capture
yeah, they can fly straight. But if you got a American Airlines passenger jet and it's coming in and it's going right into it, that takes the flying straight out. That's the impact. It's gonna just blow up. It's that's an impact, and I'm sure that those individuals. I'm sure that all of those individuals that was on the plane, it was just scorching heat. Scorching heat from an immediate blast that's right there. And then it went into the Potomac River that was just unthawing. And at the portion of the river they went into, it was 25 feet deep. So they went from scorching heat, it was windy, and dropped into the Potomac River that was freezing, that was unthawing. All of that happened, it all happened, that all went through their brain in less than 30 seconds. So it's just horrific just to think about it. Just absolutely horrible.
I did not know.
Seems like a fluke. Okay. It seems strange with all of the air traffic control systems in place. Why would these pilots advance notice? Yeah, I would think that that's going to be some of the most secure space, air traffic space that we have in the United States. You would think in DC that traffic space is going to be the most secure that we have. So,
Senator, I did not record that.
yeah, I'm just saying, all of them kind of went through their mind, okay, you're getting ready to land, boom, you have a sudden impact. Impact happens, boom, it blows up. Blows up. You're dealing with a 5, 6, 7 seconds there. Plane hits the ground, not where the water. Plane hits the water, and they're being submerged into the water. And you got to imagine, they're still strapped to their seats. They're not in a seatbelt. So that made the impact even harder. They're not up moving around. So I just guesstimation, hey, all of this kind of went through their mind and everything happened 30 seconds or less. Could be 15 seconds. Yeah, somebody had a system failure. Hey, I will kill you. Never make it out, man. Yeah. It's foul play. Think it's foul play?
Never.
Hey, it could be. I'm saying I could be wrong. If it comes out and it was foul play, I'll be like, I stand corrected. I definitely stand corrected. But I just, yeah, I don't know.
Let's see about that.
Yeah, most died on impact. Yeah, well, I agree. Yeah. Cyber attack on flying controls. Was it cyber attack on flight controls, or was it just somebody incompetent in their place?
Mr.
You
Yes
know.
or no? Would they be fit to be director?
I am fit to be the
Oh,
director.
we're just on. We were talking about Trump was picking Kash Patel. I had it playing in the background here, but you know, we've actually started talking about the um, accident that happened a couple of days ago. So we've been talking about that for the um, past few minutes, last 15 minutes or so. So, you know, we started on Kash Patel, that he's the right FBI pick, but we went to, you know, we just kind of trickled into some other subjects, and it was talking about, hey, what was that? Was it an accident? Meaning the mid-air collision in DC, was it an accident, or was it a attack on U.S. soil, or what do we think it was?
Publicly available
So,
information, President Trump issued a declassification order of arrival.
and you know, this is also just kind of a space that we're using as well, because you know, people have different opinions on different things. You know, people, and we want to make sure that we're, you know, just having good conversations, some good dialect between people who have different opinions about different things.
And
So,
were you present when he declassified all the Mar-a-Lago documents?
Senator, I'm not saying he declassified
Yep.
all the Mar-a-Lago documents.
simply, Lou, I believe we got to keep an open mind for sure.
Classified a large number of
Keep an open
documents. I
mind.
would hope
More
this
minds
committee
input, the
addresses
better truth
Congress
ratio.
who want to get those documents.
Yeah, but I like hearing other people's thoughts and opinions, because it actually helps me shape my thoughts and my opinions as well on, hey, you know what, that could be a possibility, or this could be a possibility.
To be killed? Wouldn't you want to know that before you just declare they're all declassified?
But I don't think that it was a terrorist attack. I definitely don't think that. Foul play, I don't know. I just think we had some staffing inadequacies there, and we just also had
Did he ever do that to your knowledge?
let them tell them to smash that like button and subscribe. Yes, please, y'all smash that like button. Y'all heard Simply Lou down there. Smash that like button and subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel there. We're going to be coming out. We're going to be talking and using this as a platform to come out and talk more. Please like and subscribe. Like and subscribe to my channel there. You know, I just want to talk about stuff that means, you know, a lot of people, I'm trying to give them watch hours of it. You know, people come on and they talk about little things to kind of lure you in, but I want to talk about real life stuff and actually get people on talking and engaging with each other. You know. Let's see. Was it a avoidable accident? Yes. That's all it was. Yeah, I got a couple of friends who are pilots. You know, both of them fly for FedEx. I got another one, he flies corporate pilot as well. And I asked him, he's like, well, man, absolutely. It definitely was an accident. It could have happened. Does it happen daily? No. Is it something that's, you know, could happen? Yes. He's like definitely flying into DC. Flying into DC, the airspace is tight going into DC Reagan. And you know, a lot of times they have to circle around before they can land. So definitely can happen in the DC market as well. But guys, please like and subscribe. Trying to get my watch hours up, trying to get my 1,000 subscribers as well. I'm almost there. I'm probably about, you know, probably about 150 away from 1,000 subscribers. So just really kind of starting out and just really taking off, and got about 800 subscribers within the last week. So guys, please like and subscribe my page. We're gonna be coming in and doing some things more. Yeah, right. I've said a lot of things, but what yeah, right about what it there is. Let's talk. Or you're saying you're right about the
in their political mission.
got to feed the angler with the water. That's right.
They've enjoyed targeting parents.
So
But the American
Darius, let us hear. Speak your mind. Speak your truth.
no more of that.
Yeah, it does, man. It does. The flight simulator has a crash alert system. Every commercial flight has it 3,000 feet crash alert system. Well, yeah. Well, they were landing, man. They were like 1 minute for landing. Like, so they were already down less than 3,000 feet. You know, they were probably, You know, if you're 1 minute from landing, like what would that put you at? If you're 1 minute from landing, you know, you're probably, you know, you're probably 1,000 feet or less, 500 feet.
They stonewalled on this, and I know that breaking up these trafficking rings.
Could have
is
been blood
important
sacrifice to start Trump presidency, just asking
So
for a
will
friend.
you work with me on this issue so we know?
I don't know about that, man. I don't know. I don't know.
Absolutely, Senator.
You tell me your thoughts on that. You think it was a blood sacrifice?
In the United States of America, and I will do everything
I don't know.
as FBI director to make sure the American public knows the full weight of what
Well,
happened.
Darius, you're right, man. That flight simulator, it does have a crash alert system on their commercial flights, 3,000 feet up. You're right about that, but
I find it so interesting.
you know, it was straight ahead. You know, they came down and both aircrafts were at the same level, and you know, you're looking at it was a crash. So it's just unfortunate, man. 5 to 20 seconds of screaming, then silence. Yeah. I could, yeah, you're right. I could, you know, it just keep going over and over in my mind, just thinking about that, man, like the tragedy and the, you know, you always have that 0.1%, you know, when you're flying, you know, when you're taking off and when you're landing, like, you know, praying that everything is good and nothing happens. And, you know, they were in that less than 0.1% that happens. So we're all born into sin from Adam's seed. Jesus born from the Holy Spirit seed. He never sins. Death couldn't hold him. Like I said, we need Jesus to get to heaven. Yeah, Wendy. Yeah, I think that's another day, another time. But yeah, I agree. You know.
Well, I guess the Indians have a different definition of family.
Yeah, movies.
A really big one, and they're all family.
Definitely. Well, a movie can be made. You know, it's some. You know, it's a lot of text messages and phone calls that's out there. You know, to loved ones say, "Hey, I'm just landing," because they were close. They were low enough from an altitude standpoint. They were low enough to start texting family members, "Hey, about to land." You know, getting a ride, so ride share and all that stuff together. So you know, definitely, it was unfortunate, but the tower directed the chopper to land immediately and resulted in the collision. Who was on that chopper? Oh, the tower directed the chopper to land immediately. Oh, that's the well. I haven't heard that. Did he? So was the chopper landing? Maybe was it? So the chopper was in the process of I guess lowering, getting lower, and they just so happened to be at the altitude in the same level that the plane was coming in to land in that path. Is that what you're saying, Rembrandt? Hey y'all, hey, like and subscribe to my channel. It'd be greatly appreciated. You know, if you guys can do that. Let's see here. Okay. So, but yeah, you know, it's just it's unfortunate that happened that way. I love how calm and classy you speak. Oh, thank you. They will put tapes galore, helicopters and planes. They will do a time. Oh yeah, they definitely will. I think, don't they take all of that wreckage and they try to go take the wreckage and they put it in a hangar, try to rebuild the plane as far as what they find? Is there any truth to that? Any? Hold on one second here. I am trying to. So guys, if you all could please go and like and subscribe to my channel. The channel's called Vanderbilt Chronicles. Please go like and subscribe to it. I greatly appreciate it. And rebuild the planes is true. Okay, so they rebuild them. Hey Wendy, yeah, we're just kind of here. We're using this as a platform to come in and just really talk to everybody. We want everybody to come in and have the ability to voice your opinion, speak your opinion. Thank you, Wendy. I appreciate that. Greetings from South Africa. Hey, greetings from Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee. Greetings to you as well. Hey, where are y'all from out there? It's, I don't know, I always ask crazy questions like it matters where you're from, but I like to know who I'm talking to and where you're from, just to kind of see the people who's joining in, kind of, where you're at. Yeah, man, it is. But they were getting New York, okay, New York City.
And thank you for visiting with me.
And when I turned this on, initially, when I turned this FBI Kash Patel confirmation hearing on, they were getting active in there. Somebody was in there saying it's some bullshit. Somebody, they were getting active. Seriously.
They were involved in that case.
Right.
You've committed.
Well, get a digital
The
rendering
FBI
of the accident on
will
YouTube.
not be politicized. So here's your
Could
first
be a
step.
possibility.
Will you commit that you will
A lot
not
of people do
tolerate
that.
the firing of the FBI agents?
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to jump off. I'll be back on live here probably in about an hour.
Senator, I
I
appreciate
always
the
use
time.
Fridays
It
as
is
my
a yes
barbershop
or no
Fridays,
answer,
and
it
I'll be
is
going
your
into my
first step.
barber, and you get a chance to get
Every
inside of
FBI
the
employee will be
barbershop
held to the absolute
on a
same
Friday and hear the
standard, although
conversation
will be
that goes
terminated
on
for cases
in the
of
barber,
I'm
in the
not
African
gonna
American
accept
barber.
that
Well, it's not an
because
African American barbershop.
if you
We have
can't
it's
commit
pretty diverse.
that those FBI agents
Everybody
will be
comes in there, but
protected
we
from
have like
political
different crazy
retribution.
conversations. So I
We
don't
can't
know.
accept you as
I don't
FBI
know.
director.
All
Uh,
FBI employees.
Who will be in there? I don't know
Yes,
what the
they
subject
deserve-
would be today. I don't know what we're talking about,
deserve to be
but we will go.
protected from-
You say you?
from
No,
retribution.
yeah, I
That
need
was
hair.
your
I'm
first
just going to
step.
get my,
You failed it.
I'm going to get my
And
a line on my beard and all that stuff.
That
I may
is
let
a
them. I may
test
let them
of
cut it today.
professional diligence,
A little bit of it,
because it
or I may just let it grow. I've been letting it grow,
measure
so
of whether you will
we
stand
shall see.
up
I'll make my mind up when I get in the
and say
chair.
no
But
to the president.
y'all, please,
He
a little
gives
shape
you
up.
an unlawful
Yeah, little shape up.
review
Yeah,
order. Let me
that's what
turn
I'm getting. A
to
little shape up.
the
I just been letting it
J6
grow here.
choir.
So I'm
You
going
know,
to the
the
barbershop,
J6
getting a
ritual.
line, get it tapered,
It's
maybe get a little shape up, and we'll see
you
how that
know
goes.
about the song,
But
that in fact you produced,
y'all, I will
you promoted,
pop back in here probably about
And
12:30.
you
Well, thank you, Wendy.
used
I'm gonna pop back here at about 12:30, and you all
as
get
you
an
put it,
opportunity to see me at the
support-
barbershop, and I'll be there.
raise awareness and support for the political prisoners
Let me make
still
sure you
locked
ignore.
in jail. Those J6 choir,
Hey,
they
remember to
political
like and
prisoners.
subscribe.
I don't
I'll
know
be
everyone
back
in the J6.
probably
That's
about
what you said.
I could have points
That's
12
not how I read it.
12 o'clock. So
This is
I'll be
your-
back on here probably about 45
Please,
minutes.
that's your whole
Y'all
statement.
tune back in. Please like and subscribe.
Well, I'm
You
reading
won't
it now.
stand
Peace.
behind your own